Hello, everybody. Happy Father's Day to all our awesome dads. I think we've got some of the best dads in our little community. And so, again, today, happy Father's Day to all of you. I hope the rest of you do a good job spoiling them and letting them know how awesome you think they are. I'm guessing that they've been putting in some overtime in this last few months, getting a chance to take care of their families and love on everybody, make sure everybody is okay. And in my opinion, there is nothing better in the world than being a dad. And I know that's how the dads in our church feel too. So give them a little extra love today. Let them know that they're special to you and why. And then just got a couple other things for you today. First off, I want to catch up with the only graduates that we didn't catch up with last week. And so we didn't get to hear from Jehu and Ted. They're both graduating this year, and I got a chance to interview them, had a blast. And again, just want to say super proud of all of our graduates, excited for what God has for them in the future. And so enjoy this little interview from them. If you see them, make sure you congratulate them. And that goes for any of our graduates. And such an interesting year. If you get a chance to just tell them that you're proud of them and that you're excited for what God has for them in the future, I think that will be super meaningful. So enjoy this quick interview, and then we'll be back and talk about a couple other things. Okay, everybody, I'm super excited. I've got our last graduates of 2020 anyways with me. I have Jehu and Taya. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Pretty good.
Good to see you. Say hi to everybody at the bridge.
Hey, guys.
Maybe you've already had some Zoom congratulations, but I want to congratulate both of you on graduating this year and just really proud of you. I know that's a big deal, even though it's been a weird year, but congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Proud of you. How was this graduation year for you guys? Like, what was that like in the middle of all of this pandemic and everything?
It was, they did the best that they could do.
Yeah.
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 It was kind of funny to me.
Because you've been like looking forward to this moment, I'm sure, on some levels, and then
there were lots of things that we missed out on that would have been appreciated, but some like perspective made, like, people are dying.
Yeah, that is true.
So that helped me a lot.
Yeah, and then on many ways too, just on another level, like, you guys are going, I don't think there's going to be too many people that experience, something like this. And so you will get to forever be like, yeah, I graduated in 2020 and we didn't even get to go to school and people had to do drive-by graduations and all that kind of stuff.
It's true.
It's, in the grand scheme of things, it's kind of a very unique, thing that you'll get to tell people for the rest of your lives.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be cool from here on out. Just the kind of in the moment, I was like, oh.
Yeah. Now, let everybody know, like, where you graduated. You graduated from LC, right? But really, you were doing Running Start this year.
I was doing Running Start. Yeah. I got my associate nurse degree. And Eastern.
That's awesome. And Taya, how about you? I can't remember, were you doing Running Start too, or did you just graduate?
No, I just graduated.
Yeah, awesome. Well, that's super exciting. So then what's next for you, Taya?
I'm going to Eastern too.
Okay. For something specific yet, or just to get kind of your...
I want to major in psychology.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What would be the hope with that someday then? What would you want to go on and do with your psychology degree?
Okay. I wanted to first be a school counselor, because you can after 4 years and start like counseling just at like a really low level, and then go back to school and then hopefully get, my master's and then get my doctorate and become a doctor. Yeah.
That's awesome. I think you'd be great at that. And that's a good plan in terms of like starting and then continuing to work and pursue further education stuff.
Oh yeah. And I like school a lot. I like doing homework a lot.
What?
So yeah,
you
I know.
like doing homework?
Yeah, I'm bummed that I don't get to do any homework for the
Oh
summer.
my Lord. Can you come talk to my kids, please?
I know.
Right.
See if you can get some of that to rub off maybe a little bit.
It doesn't rub off.
It doesn't, yeah.
Yeah,
that's rare. You're one of those, huh? So you really like the whole learning process, and
I want to learn as much as I humanly can.
I love that. That is great. Yeah. And Jehu, I know you just love homework too. So what?
Yep, that's me.
Yeah, and I know what
my mom just like looked at me like.
It's like, don't lie to the whole church, Jehu. What is? I know your plans, but just for the rest of the church, kind of what are you pursuing now after you graduate?
Well, after graduating, now I'm going to go to Eastern, and I have to take a few more prereqs, but specifically for the ed program. And then I'll do the ed program and hopefully come out as a teacher in 2-3 years.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
Whoa.
feeling
That's
good.
very cool. That will be quick.
Yeah.
And what is it? Do you know like where, like what level you want to teach, and kind of what yet, or is that still to be decided as you are in this process?
I know that I want to teach history. End goal is like high school history teacher.
Okay, cool.
But there are a few things that get in the way of that. One, I'll be really young, so having like high schoolers that could have gone to school with me potentially, like the freshman class year, I could potentially like teach if I like got a job right out the gate.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
Which would not be like allowed. So I would probably have to start at middle school or go straight into my master's or something like that. Kind of wait, and then also I'll probably have to get like a minor basically in another subject, which is usually English, which doesn't sound right, but we'll see how it goes, and I'll do what I got to do.
Well, at least you have somebody that can help you with homework that really loves homework. So
this is true.
Yeah, I was trying to tell him that I was asking if I could do his homework for him.
Wow, that is awesome.
I love homework.
And he was like, no, I really need to do my own homework.
Like, no.
Please don't do my homework for me. No, I would hate that.
I've never done that. She may have written like a couple of little papers for me.
Some nice paragraphs. Really
I bet. Don't make it too good though, because you don't want people to be like, I'm not sure this is Jehu doing this.
No, the college professors don't know you at all. They don't know you. They know your name, maybe. Yeah.
Well, I'm really proud of you guys. I know that everybody else is too. And, just kind of like I said to some of the other graduates, it's exciting for whatever part that we are, get to watch you develop in your faith and in your own maturity and in life. And so it's super exciting to have you guys at this kind of part of your journey, because there's just so much potential and so much, that we have seen and believed in you. And it's kind of, we're getting to see that happen. So that's super cool. And I know I just speak for other people in the church that we're just proud of you, and really excited to see what God has next as you guys keep pursuing, what he's put in your hearts to pursue.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And thanks for taking the time to kind of tell everybody what's going on and what you have next. And I know people will be praying for you, and we're just pumped for everything you guys have accomplished.
We are too.
Yeah, it's like you should be proud of that. So, well, thank you so much for taking the time to do this. And like I said, hopefully we'll be able to see each other all soon and people congratulate you in person. But until then, we kind of have to do it through Zoom and know that everybody's behind you guys and love you a lot. Okay, that was awesome. I love our young people so much, and it's been amazing watching them grow into the incredible young people that they're becoming. Just one maybe thought for everybody today. I know, again, it's been a long time since we've been able to meet now. It looks like some things are changing, and maybe we'll get a chance to be all back together again soon, but it seems like stuff's changing every day. So we'll just see. I'm not exactly sure. I just have one thought kind of for everybody today, and then I want to leave you with something funny, scary, maybe a little bit of both. I'll leave it up to all of you to decide what it what it actually is. But before we get to that, I do want to just say something that I've been thinking about the last few days as I've been thinking about us as a community. And honestly, it's still up in the air kind of how things are going to play out. And I'm not exactly sure that we'll really be back to things as normal for a long time. And in some ways, I think that might be a good thing. And one of the things that I'm certainly finding for myself in this season is that I've been reminded how important it is to sow into things that inspire me. And I think that's something where just normal life maybe sometimes gets in the way of us doing that. We just get stuck in going through the motions, and there's all these different demands on our time and on our life, and lots of those are probably good things. But sometimes in the middle of all that, we forget to spend time doing things that inspire us and make us feel alive, make us remember what's good in life. And I think that's been, hopefully, I know for me anyways, and in talking with some of you, I think this is true, that with the kind of life slowing down for a period of time, I think a lot of us were starting to do some of those things again, and maybe even more often, sewing into things that kind of feed our soul, inspire us. I think a lot of that is also things that help grow our faith. And so, again, I think a lot of us have been doing that, and I want to encourage us to keep doing that. I think I can feel things shifting, and in some ways, we're kind of getting back to some of some of life, at least as we sort of knew it. And I think the first thing that maybe will fall away for us is doing those things that are good for us. And so, I want to encourage all of you to keep doing that. Keep spending that extra time in prayer. Keep spending that time reading, whatever it is that you're doing that inspires you. There's no reason that you can't keep doing that when life gets back to normal. And I think if you keep doing that, you're going to be a healthier person. You're probably going to be more in tune with what God has for you, and more excited to share that with other people. And I think we're just naturally will do that, share more of who God is when we're feeling inspired with our life and not just caught in the treadmill of normal life. And so I just thought I'd share a few of the things that I've been doing that inspire me in this season. Again, that may not inspire you at all. I do think it's good to share that, though. I think when we share what inspires us, it can be something that clicks for somebody else. And when we hear from them what they're inspired about, it can also be something that clicks for us. And so if this does that for any of you, awesome. If not, it just lets you know, I guess, some of the things that inspire me and that I find interesting or that feed me. And so in this season, it's been awesome. I've got a chance to do a lot more reading outside of just kind of studying for messages or things like that, just back to reading. So kind of the highlights for me anyway so far has been a book that I told you about a lot, was that Reforesting Faith by Matthew Sleeth. I thought that was just awesome, and definitely right where I was anyways with all the tree talk. Another book that I've been reading is a book called The Operating System of Jesus by Ian Bradbeer. That's kind of a cool last name, but I'm reading that right now, and I'm finding it really encouraging and awesome. And he's kind of talking about going all the way back to the two trees at the beginning, talking about how those represent two different operating systems. And so that's been really cool. One of the things that always inspires me is music, and so I've definitely been listening to music a lot in this season, but also maybe find, actually one of the things I love to do is find new artists, new music, but there's been so much cool stuff on YouTube and online in terms of artists and musicians putting out stuff for people live from their homes, or putting shows online. So as a band that's been around for a while, but in this season, I've actually been super inspired again, listening to Dave Matthews Band and watching some of their videos online. He's been putting out really cool stuff during all of this. And actually today I was watching something on YouTube, and it was Preservation Hall was doing, down in New Orleans, was doing a fundraiser, and it was really inspiring, really cool. Obviously it's jazz music, and it's been around for a really long time, but they had all sorts of different artists, and they do a lot for the community. And I just found that super inspiring watching it before I did this actually, and seeing all the different artists and kind of the fusion of their music with jazz. And it was really cool. Hopefully that'll stay on YouTube. It'd be something you can check out. Another thing that's been super inspiring for our family, for me, I know in the Meet You at the Wells, we've been talking about series that people are into right now. But if you haven't heard of it yet, there's a series called The Chosen, and it's actually a Jesus series. And so it's a movie series or a TV series. They're about an hour long, and it's going to be actually like a 4 or 5 year event. And so this first year of the series, I think there's 8 in the series, only is the very start of Jesus' ministry, but it is the best Jesus movie drama series that I have ever seen in my life. You can download the app called The Chosen, and you can watch it straight from your app, or it will throw it to your TV if you have one of the TVs that does that. I think you can also watch them on YouTube probably. And it's free, and it's, I would really encourage you, when we get back together, I'll probably show some clips from it or whatever, but it is so powerful in terms of breathing life into the story of Jesus and breathing humanity into Jesus, in a way, in the disciples and these stories that we read over and over again. If you are a movie person, if you are a TV series person, I'm telling you, this holds up really well and powerful. We would watch it. We were watching it as a family, and kind of, I think there was maybe one that I didn't cry at. It was really, really good. And so check that out. If you watch it and you like it, let me know. I think it's again just incredible. It kind of blew my mind, and so I'm excited to see what they keep doing with it. One of the other things, shockingly, that I find inspiring is I love to get outside. Now, I don't want to camp. I'm not looking to sleep outside or anything like that, but I love being outside, and whether that's doing something like golfing or gardening or taking care of the yard or doing projects or just sitting. We love just sitting out on our patio as a family and talking, or with our friends and hanging out. And so that's something that's always been inspiring for me. And that kind of leads me to the last thing that I find super inspiring, and that is just being with my family. We've got a chance to do a lot of that in this season, and I was talking with Mary about it, what just a blessing that's been for us. We're at the stage now where everybody's kind of getting ready to, more of our kids are getting ready to leave home than be at home. And so with this, everybody's back around a lot, and we've just had some incredible conversations and times together. But one of the things that I find inspiring that we do a lot is we just make each other laugh a lot, and we're really silly together, and we do some weird things. And I'm going to let you in on one of those weird things. And so I hope I don't regret this. Again, you do not have to watch this. But during the start of the shutdown, every Sunday, we were kind of finding something strange and silly to do together as a family. And we tried kind of all different things. And one of the things that we did was this jelly straw challenge that I think was on TikTok or something like that. But basically, it's an Asian candy thing, and I think you're supposed to freeze them, but you don't. And so it's this very long jelly straw you'll see soon. And the challenge is to try to slurp it up as fast as you can and swallow it without it coming back out of your mouth or making you gag, which sounds horrible to say right now, but we just found hilarious. So we were watching these videos and laughing, and then, of course, we had to try it. And so what you're about to see is a video that JL put together that kind of shows the highlights of our jelly straw challenge. Again, this probably isn't for everybody, but it'll just give you a little insight into the strange Allen family. And for those of you that fill up for the challenge, you may want to do this as well. You can get these at the Asian market, and you could try. Actually, I could provide some of them for you if you would record that and share how the challenge went for you as well. So on this Father's Day Sunday, you've had a chance to hear from some amazing young people. Hopefully, we've talked a little bit about doing things that inspire you, and now you'll get a chance to laugh really hard at our expense. So enjoy this little video. If you have if you have a gag reflex that is quick or easily triggered, you may not want to watch this. But for the rest of you, watch and be horrified or enjoy. I love you all. Hopefully, again, you have a great Father's Day, and we'll be getting some word out soon just about what we're going to be doing in terms of meeting together and how that's going to look here soon. But for today, love you and enjoy this video.
That was so slow. I was like, are you?
Yeah, suck that thing with your full force. Suck it. Oh god. That was too good. You gotta suck harder.
You sort of block it, like.
Suck it. You got this. Together. Ew, it's just oozing. Okay. Suck. Don't you? So long. Gotta give it a good slurp.
Slurp that thing.
Tapioca.
Really? Come on, Lou. Get it.
Try and tilt your head.
That's so long. Oh!
Oh! Again!
This seems like a yo-yo.
Faster.
Oh!
Got it.
You know what I say? 2 is always better than 1.
Oh, no, Phil. Oh, girl.
This is a bad idea. Oh my god. Oh, yeah, maybe.
Oh.